another live stream. We're at fmtraining.tv. We're here to discuss the wonderful Claris FileMaker platform. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. I am here with the wonderful Ken Tooley and Nick Hunter, continuing our long-running series. We'll be wrapping up over the next 2 weeks. Anyway, so this is our current broadcast schedule. We have our existing FileMaker file design modernization workshop today, tomorrow, and then the next 3 weeks. We'll be finishing up Ken's file. This Thursday, we're doing Zulu sync calendars with records. So if you've ever had to sync a calendar in your database file, we recommend you drop by for 360 work stuff on that. Friday will be beginner and intermediate open Q&A training with Richard Carlton, which should be great. So if you've got beginner, I think we also have like topics we want to discuss, like audit logs and capturing photos on iOS and stuff like that. So that's a big thing. If you'd like to support the channel, we would greatly appreciate it. Seriously, every bit counts. Helps keep everything running. We have our 100+ hours of really high energy video training. Seriously, this covers a lot. I always go over it, but it's always important. Thank you for people who have bought it. Seriously, we greatly appreciate it. Basically, this version comes with FileMaker if you don't have FileMaker, but if you're a beginner, you're like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. I just clicked on this live stream. Go buy this. Go buy this. It really is a really easy breakdown, bite-sized, understandable content that covers pretty much everything in the platform, everything about pro, scripting, relationships, calculations, Picket, we talk about it, server, WebDirect, Go, all that jazz. I think we're probably good. So Nick, what are we doing today?
Hello, Marge. Hello, Ken. How are you today?
Good,
We're
thank
great. Busy day here, but good.
Busy day. Okay. Likewise, here's a busy day. So busy and hot. So thank you, everybody, for joining today. And so what we do today, we do, as usual, good stuff, right? I mean, we try to do good stuff. We try to be innovative. We try to inform and educate. And so all what we do here, it's we rebuild and I don't prep in advance. So, and that, it's sometimes I have a downside, right? So, but it's good because sometimes, I'm relearning things as I go, right? Sometimes I say, wow, I have no idea what I'm doing, right? And but it's going well. So today we're going to continue this series of we have actually 3 files, 2 connected to one, and 1 file hold all the documents in one table. So, and that's to prevent duplication and to prevent many things. It helps the backups, right? It helps keeping it all together, right? And I had a question on LinkedIn yesterday, and the guy said, "What about if you have a lot of records, right? If you have a lot of records, in that file, where you have all the documents, it doesn't really matter, until you have a big font set, right? So when you have when you need to deal with a lot, when you need to deal with a lot of records, right? And you have a large file like this, the goal is to always constrain the volume, right? The number of records. So that's why we use relationship, strong relationship. I mean, simple and straightforward. And we don't deal with a large font set, a large related data, a large number of records, right? And we don't use filters in polls because this is terrible. I mean, if you use poll on a large amount of, so this is, of course, every usage has a different need a different treatment, right? But it doesn't matter if you have for example, here I have an example of the same construction where I have on one side I have 700,000 records, documents, PDFs, right? So it doesn't matter. We don't, you don't feel it. You don't feel that heavy. That being said, we strongly recommend, of course, to have your documents stored on open storage to store that, externally. Don't store the file. Don't store your PDF inside the FileMaker file. because that's strongly will avoid strongly problem like damaged files if you have a problem on the server. Because the FileMaker file will be tiny, right? The FileMaker file will be tiny, and you have all your document outside. So if you have a crash on your server, for example, and the file need to be need to have some kind of not repair, but to be checked, the consistency. You don't want to wait 5 hours until your server start again, right? So that's why we don't store, never, on the large font set like this, a large record number. We don't store the documents embedded. We have open storage, store outside externally. So this is advice, okay? Because of course, if you have one file with all your documents in, and you have a lot of files and a lot of volume, your file will get big, right? I mean, you have a large font set, a large number of records, right? But it's not a problem if you quite on your on your server, right? And of course, this document file needs to be small, right? Don't add stuff on it, keep it just documents, and don't do too much with this file. You know what I'm saying? Don't do crazy things, and don't do overnight schedule script that does not, leave it alone, right? Leave it alone. So let me start sharing screen here. So what do we do today? Of course, when we have a file where you have all your documents shared, okay, the first thing we're going to do here is to create a file. How we add a file. Of course, you have two ways to add a file. You want to add a new file, a new documents, right? And in that case, you create, it's a new document. It's not already in the database. It's a new document. So that's the first way to add a file. And then you can add a file that is already existing, because that's a purpose, okay? So we have two ways to add a file. So we're going to start with the simplest way to add a new file, a file that doesn't exist. We know it doesn't exist. We add a new file for that pilot, right? And we want to add a file, right? So, right? Okay. So what we do here, So what we want to do, right? But, we want to avoid, complexity and stuff like this, right? So there's multiple ways to do this, but I have a favorite one, I have a favorite one. My favorite, right, is to use the Carl style window, right? And to add a file thanks to the Carl style window. So I'm going to explain. Here, let me remove this. Here, in that situation, we want to add a record in two tables, right? We want to add a record in the documents, of course, because this is where we are going to add, right?
Right.
That's where the file will land.
Okay? Right.
And of course, we want to add, not the balloon one, where's the pilot documents? I don't have it. Oh, here. Yeah, because this one I need to delete it. So we want to add a record here, right? Because this is where we're going to have the bridge between the documents, right, and the pilot. So if I want to add a document for that pilot, I need to add the documents in that table, right, and add a record in that table to get the bridge, right?
Right.
So
add
now
the document, then add the link to it.
Exactly.
The bridge.
Exactly. So how we do? First, we are going to add the documents. And afterwards, we are going to add that record afterwards. Okay. So, we add this.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to use two techniques to add the documents here and the record here. We're going to use two techniques. Let's take care first adding the document inside that file. In the documents tab or file, we're going to add a new layout, okay, that points to the T12 documents. If I go manage database here, I want to go to the T12. This is a world for the documents, right? This is a document. This is where the documents lives. So on the T12, and I'm going to call it, add file card. Okay, it's a form view, right? And in this layout, I'm going to remove the top navigation. I'm going to make it small like this because it's just something where we are going to put a message. And this message will be, okay, adding file. Okay, so simple. That will be the message, adding file. Okay, we can make 18, I said. Okay, adding file. Okay, this layout belongs to that file. And of course, we are going to use insert file from the scripts. All the inserts, all the inserts like this, okay, all of them needs to have the field in the layout to work. So if I want to insert a document, I need the actual container where I'm going to add the file. But we don't want that in the middle of the face. So I'm going to add this container on the side here. So, but of course, I need to make sure that I have the browse mode here, and I'm going to put that in there on the side, right? So for FileMaker,
on the layout but hidden, right?
Yeah, on the layout but outside, so it won't be
Outside,
seen.
yeah.
It won't be seen, right? It won't be seen, right? So now, what happened here? I'm going to add a file here. So we need to, from this file here, call this layouts, right? But here, what's happened with FileMaker when you have two files, right? Two files, and the CarStar window. That's why I love CarStar window, because I'm going to show you something that you might know, might not know, but it's cool, right? So let's build the script. So we have a script here. Let's modify the script we have here, right? So let's modify the script. So we have a script here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Okay.
Yep.
But we are in two files, right? We are in two files. So this file here, this script here, so let's, actually I can build a new one. I can build a new one. I don't want to destroy this one. So we have add a file pilot, right? And we are going to add a new add a file pilot, external. So what I'm going to do here, right? I'm going to open a window, right? Open a window in the CarStar window, and the layout right? And the layout is, hold on. No, it's not a new window. Oh, I didn't do that for a long time. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. Sorry. Back off. It's a long time I didn't do that. I said I don't prep. I want to open a window from another file. That means I want to open a window that belongs to that file. I cannot open a window from that file with a layer that belongs to this. But what I can do in the documents, right? What I can do, actually, I should have deleted all those things. I can say here, new script, and I will say this. Okay, insert file, right?
Okay.
External. And what this do? I have a script in the documents file that will do what I want the thing to do, which is a new window, car style, using this new layout that I just built. Did I call it add file? Well,
That's right. Yeah, there you are.
okay, yeah. I don't want the close. Let the close for now, and I want to dim parents. Right?
Okay.
So if I run this script, so I am here, right? I am in the documents here, right? I'm in the document file. This script belongs to that file. If I run this script, this is what I get. I get a new window, a new castle window, right? With add file. Okay, so it does the job. Now, what happened if in the AAA pad file, in the add file pilot external script, I'm saying perform scripts from documents, and it's the new script that we just created. This one.
Yeah.
So what happened? I am from the AAA pad clone file creating a script that goes to the document file and to perform a script that belongs here. The script is inside the documents file, and I'm calling from that file here via a script. I'm calling another script, but the script lives in the other file. So what happens if I do this, right? So let's attach this script to that button. Okay? So what happened if I do this? That happened. Ha! So I am in an AAA pad. The script that exists in documents just perform itself by opening the car style window. That car style window belongs to get file name, belongs to documents. This, I am in documents, file name documents. So this window displays in the AAA pad clone window, but this window displays a layout that exists in that file right?
Yeah.
And I perform a script in that file, but the window, the CalStar window appears in the AAA pad. This is the specialty. This is the specificity of the CalStar window. The CalStar window can display anything from anywhere in the current window you're in, whatever if you are in the current file or not.
That's
Proof of
pretty
it,
slick.
yeah. Proof of it, I am in document, right? Documents. And if I move this, you know, it will move here too. Boom.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not lying. This
Nope.
window below. Okay. So now you got the trick, right? Let's continue. Right? I want in a documents, I have this script. Okay, I have my new window. Cool. Now I want to insert a file, right? So I love the dialog option. Here, generally, I said insert. I want the content of file as far with when possible. So that will pretty much create a thumbnail of their documents, right? Instead of just the icon. And I want to compress when possible. This is what I'm doing, okay? So here, if you want, you can add, you say you want images, you can constrain you constrain the possibility of inserting. You don't want to insert craziness, right? So you have image, and you can say you want you want PDF, right? So you have PNG, JPEG, GIF, BNP, TIFF, I don't even know BNP thing. And here I want PDF.
That's an old one, yeah.
Right. So pretty much, you want to constrain, right? If you want. And you can add all if you want, you can add the all one if you want. Okay, all PDF images. Okay. So this is the insert file dialog, right? So now that I have this, right? So what happened if I do this, right? Okay. Let's close this. And, but I need to create a new record, of course, because I am at that point, I am in that file, in that table. So I want to create a new record to add a file here, to insert a file here, right? I don't want to replace an existing file. I want to add a new file, right? So what happens if I do this now, right? So let's debug. Okay, so he performed the script add file pilot external. Then he performed the script insert file external on the other. See here, I launched this, right? I press the button. The button belongs to AAA-pad FMP12. This script belongs to AAA-pad clone FMP12. This script here belongs to documents.fmp12. So now I am in documents. The new window that I open is inside documents. I'm creating a new record in a document table of the document file. And then I'm inserting, right? The file here.
There's the dialogue.
I have my dialog with images, PDFs, all file. So you remember what I so?
Oh yeah, all those that you set up, right?
Yeah, and I want to insert that file. So I said insert is inserting the file. Okay. You want a proof? Let's give you a proof. If I move this, I need to commit. if I move this here, the file I just insert is there.
Right there.
Okay? So that's super cool. So now let's continue. So thanks to this, no relationship, no complication, nothing crazy. Just open a new window. So look this script. I mean, you know, a junior can do that, right? New window, new request, insert. So now we need to take care of something. When you insert the file, you have the possibility of canceling. If gets last error, whatever the error, because cancel, we return an error number 1.
Okay.
If after this script step, I'm pressing cancel on the dialog, the error will be number 1. So, but I don't care the number. Just if there's an error, if there's any error, you know, if I cancel, I delete the record. Why? I just create one. I don't want an empty record. If I cancel it, I don't want that record to exist, right?
Right.
I close the window and I alt. That is if I cancel.
Right.
Demonstration. Add a file. Select the file, but, oh, I wanted to, yeah. Okay, we need to set error capture. I want that on, by the way, right? And of course, I need to debug. Okay. Add a file, new window, new record, insert. On a dialog, I press cancel, boom. What do I get? Error number 1, user cancel action. So there's an error, okay. In that case, what do you want me to do? Delete the record, right? Close the window and go away, okay? So we took care of what, if in case of we want to delete, we want to cancel, okay? Otherwise, you have empty records, right?
Right. Don't want that.
Exactly. But now, I want to, I create a document and I need desperately the ID of this document or this new record. When I create a new record, I have the ID of the document that is created on auto enter, right? So I want that ID. I just created, I need it afterwards. So here, what do you want to do? You exit that script because we're going away. We're done with that file. We're done with document. We inserted the document. We're done. Okay.
Yeah.
But before to go, I need the T12 ID document. So I'm exiting this script. I'm going away. And I'm done with the documents. Back to the AAA where I said, okay, perform insert file from external, from the document table, from the document file, open the window, create a new record, insert the document, and go. Now, here, I'm setting a variable that I'm calling script result. And here in that variable, I'm getting the script results, right? Whatever this script returned, remember, I'm asked here to exit the script with the ID. This is how you get the ID. Actually, I could name this, new document ID. This is a document ID that I got, right?
Yeah, the one you just
Actually,
created
yeah,
over there.
actually, it's current. That the current
It
document
was
ID
new and now it's current.
wait, it's current. Okay, so now I have this ID, right? Now I have this ID. Do you remember that I always have in all my main table, the data entry layout table, an on record load script where I collect the current pilot ID. When you are in that layout and you enter a record, I always have the current pilot ID I'm in. Always. So that is always available to me. Always available to me. Correct?
Right.
Okay.
So you don't have to go capture it again.
Exactly.
Yep.
So in that script, you remember we are going to create now a record inside the cross-reference table. I am in one pilot. I created the documents. Now I want to bridge them together. But I don't want to leave where I am. I don't want crazy things to happen. I just want to create one freaking record with two IDs. That's all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to use the magic key technique. What it is, in the cross-reference table, I am going to create a field that I name UUID creation. It's a field, it's a text field. Oh, creation. It's a field, normal field. And what this field for? Here, I have this document creation stuff here. I'm going to repurpose this. I'm going to repurpose this relationship. And I'm going to say I want to be in the current file, and I'm going to that pilot documents table. And here, I'm going to xref2, rename it. Oh, I'm in balloon here.
I was going to say, don't we need to be pilot?
Yeah, it's pilot. And actually, I don't want to destroy this. Whatever. We destroyed this anyway. So let's go to creation. The creation here, I'm going to repurpose this, right, in the current file, in the pilot documents. So this is xref2, xref2, pilots, documents, and I want to use the IDF pilot, and I have multiple fields. I will use multiple predicates, right? Not only one, right? The relationship is this. I'm using here a global field where I am going to put the magic key, right? This is linked to this, right? Correct?
Okay, yeah.
And this is linked to this. So, and of course, I'm going to create a record on the related table. So I need to create this. What is happening here, right? So I know everybody on the audience know the magic key, right? But I think it is worth a quick
review. Yes.
Review. Okay, I think.
I'm up for it.
Okay, cool. I want to create a record in a related table. Okay. So let's create a new file, and we're going to name it magic key. Okay. So I'm going to delete this magic key. I'm going to name this table 1, right? Here I have ID table 1. Oops. Here, get UID and name, a field T1. Okay. I have a field. And then I'm going to create a table 2, right? Right. And I'm going to use the magic key to create from table 1. I want to create a record in table 2. Here I'm going to create a UUID creation global field. Right?
Okay.
And here I need the foreign key of IDF table 1. Okay. And I need the UUID creation field. Right?
Okay.
Now, here I want to create from table 1, I'm linking this, and this, I'm linking this. So I have 2 predicates too.
Okay.
And of course, I want to create a field, a record on that table, right? So now I have, I want a relationship between table 2. I'm going to show or whatever. I'm going to show a polo, right? And I want to create from that, from that table, I want to create a related record here with a script without leaving that layout. So I'm going to create a new script. And this script said this: set fields the global UUID with a UUID. Don't worry, I'm going to come here. Then on the other side, now I'm going to set a field using the relationship, and I'm going to put in T1 whatever I want. I don't know, get current timestamp. I'm setting a field on the other side with whatever. On the other side, I'm setting that field. Okay, with the timestamp. And this operation, no new record, nothing. I'm going to attach this script to a button here. Right? And I'm attaching the script. And look what happened. Right? So why is not creating? Why? Oh, my bad. It's a global. Okay. It should have creating. Okay, let me see. Always something that doesn't work, huh? Why it doesn't work? T1, table 1, table 2, creation. Why is not showing it? Why is showing only 1? Oh, sorry for that. That's my bad. This is table 2 creation. This relationship is only for creation. Now I need another relationship, a simple one, to show. Okay?
Because it looked like the records are being created.
Yeah, it's creating, but I'm using the wrong relationship.
It's only showing the one you just created.
Yeah, so they are there. Let's create a new record. Okay, Ken. Okay. I'm creating a record, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I need a commit here. And they're there. And you see, I'm changing the UUID here. So I'm creating a record. Why? So I explained the technique. This option here, if from this table here, I am setting a field on the other side of that relationship, and the relationship cannot find any matching record, automatically FileMaker will create a record. That means if there's no record in that table here, if there's no table in that table, if there's no record in that table that match something that exists here, it will automatically create a record that will match. So the technique is simple. If each time I have a script that change that field here with a UUID that I have no way to predict, if I'm setting a file, a field using that relationship with something, automatically will create a record. Why? Because there's no record matching that, because in the relationship, I have this global field with a UUID that I just created. So it's impossible to find a record on the other side that will match. In the same time, I have, in that relationship, I added the ID, the parent ID of this table linked to the foreign key. So automatically, FileMaker will say, okay, I want to create a record with that ID and that ID. And that's why I'm getting those two over there. The ID I create, this is the ID of this guy. So the relationship will create automatically. Why? Because this never changed, but this yes. So automatically we'll create a new record because this doesn't exist. This doesn't exist. I just created. I create the UUID right now, and then I'm setting a field on the other side. It won't find anything with that combination of this and this because this is new, brand new, out of the script. So it will say, okay, I have no choice to create. Right? So we are going to use that technique here. Okay? So this is what I'm using. In the relationship, I am going to create, using that, using that relationship, right? I reproduce the same. I have the UUID creation global field linked to that field. And then I have the pilot ID with that field. And I create one. So remember, I just create a record and I just got an ID, right? Now, here I am in this table, the pilot one. I'm going to do this. Set field, the global UUID creation with a UUID, right? And then, I don't remember the number of the relationship here. It's the C. Okay. And then I'm setting a field on the other side, TO5C, right? Is the relationship that I created from pilot to cross-reference to creation, right? And I'm going to set the ID of the documents with this ID. And I commit. So let's explain. This script opens a CalStar window that belongs to the other side, belongs to documents. That CalStar window. Here, that the scripts from pilots, I'm running that script that says new window, new request, new record, insert the file. If everything okay, thank you very much. Exit the script. Give me the ID of the documents. Then this done, right? Grab the ID. I want the ID. So from that script, it's the result, which is the ID of the documents. Now you said, okay, I want to create a record from pilots without leaving pilot using the magic key. So I'm setting the magic key global field, and I'm setting a field on the other side of that relationship with the ID of the document in the ID of documents. But thanks to the relationship, the ID, the transfer of the ID pilot to IDF pilot is made by the relationship. So I don't need to take care of this. Just I need to take care of the ID document. That means I'm creating a record. The record at the creation will get automatically the ID of the current pilot. I'm setting the document ID I just created right before, and then I'm committing. You don't believe me? Okay. Cross finger. So, add a file. That file, I'm inserting, and I forgot something. It's okay. I forgot something. But it's there, but I forgot something. I forgot to close the window, right?
Close the window.
Yeah. Sorry for that. Of course, I just opened a window. When everything's done, I want to close the window and then exit. Okay? That's what I want to do. But he has done the job, but so let's debug this.
It just didn't clean up after it.
Let's debug it. I want to insert. Okay. So add file. Capture the errors, new window. And the window pops in that file, right? New request, insert files. I want that file, this image. Everything okay, so keep going. I'm done, right? Oh, sorry for that. Yeah, but if I'm doing this, I don't get this. If I close the window, I lose this. So, just, I'm going to do it. Let's delete this. So, what happened here? Let me explain. If I close the window, that will kill all my hope to get this ID document.
As you're leaving that table.
Yeah, but if I said exit scripts, it won't close the window. It will go away, and that will close the script and never. So what we do here? We set a variable, current document ID. I grab the ID. So now I have a variable. I close the window, and I send a variable over there. Correct?
Got it.
I'm grabbing the ID in memory. I'm closing the window, so I don't give a damn if that now I lose the context where I am.
Yeah.
I don't care because I did that before, and now I'm sending to the script, the other script, I'm sending the current ID via variable, right? Clear, simple. Okay. So let's debug again. So I'm doing this, new record, insert file. I want to insert this one. Setting the document ID. So now the document is here. The T12 document ID here, but now I have it in the variable.
In a variable.
So
yeah.
I am in the variable. So I can close the window quietly because I still have it. Okay. And then I can exit the script quietly. But here, I don't have this ID because the variable was valid on the other file. Now I don't have it. That's why I need to get it from the exit script step, and I take it from the get script result. And now I have it here now. It's there. 70 BB, 8B. Okay. I have it. So now, what will happen? I'm setting a global field with a UUID. I'm setting the field, the IDF, the foreign key of the document on the cross-reference table that we create a record, right? And then I commit, boom. And it's there. Right?
Right.
And now I can say whatever it is. Right? So, very important to get the point here. Okay? Very important. So let's destroy this. Okay? I'm going to show the cross-reference table as well. I'm going to show everything. Okay?
Behind the curtains we go.
Exactly. Behind the curtain. Where is always the most interesting things. So I'm going to display this in our table view, if he allows me. Okay. I have 26 records, right? And I'm going to destroy those two because they are relics from and I have an empty record that I create right now. Okay. So I have 24 records. That's the document tab, the document file. Here in the AAA file, I'm going to open that here. I have 2 records. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. Now, I'm going to debug this with the debugger smaller. And look what happened. So, I go there. I go a new window, right? And here, look this. Here, a record will appear. Bam, it's there.
There it is.
I have the record. Now, thanks to that window, that right now, I'm displaying this record, proof of it. I'm displaying the record 9BF93. 9BF93. I am displaying right now in that window that record. Okay.
Yep.
So I insert comment not available. Why? Okay. maybe because I display something. So up. New record, insert. So I'm inserting here. So now I'm in this record, right? I'm inserting this file, and you will see it appear here. Bam, is there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the 85 FB now, right?
Yeah.
So I set my variable because I'm going to close that window. Now I'm exiting the script of bye-bye documents. I'm no longer have a document type. I'm setting the document ID that from the script that I just killed, that I just terminated,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm setting the magic key. I'm setting over there in that here. I'm setting a field that automatically forces the creation of a record. Boom. I commit, and that this record here is here. Right?
Magic.
So it's magic. So now what we want to do, we want automatically to display this record on I want to see, I want to have this record I just created to be displayed. I don't want to click on it, right? I don't want to be clicking on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To display things here, because this is a field that belongs to the document table. So to display this, I'm using a relationship, okay, which is, I don't remember the name, the TO5B. So I'm using the TO5B in the document table via a global field where I am going to put the ID of the document. And remember, all my documents are ID'd with a UUID. So it's a unique ID. So I cannot have two documents with the same ID. It's not possible. So I just need to have a relationship with this and this, right? So now, remember my script here. I just created a field. I just created a record here, right? I just created a record. And then I'm saying set fields, the global field that I'm using to display the selected documents with this current ID here. And then I commit. So now this creates the record, and this select the record I just created.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Because this is what I'm doing, right? So here what happened. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. I'm here. I'm selecting this, add a file. I'm inserting this one. Boom. And it's not, yeah, it is. It has the refresh. So
yeah, that was just a slow refresh, right?
Yeah, refresh. So that's it, right? It's very simple. And then we can change the, what it is. We can set it's valid, and we can say our sunset, right? We can put a title, okay? I don't know why. Whoop. Let me see what happened here. Maybe I'm not
Wrong.
TOSA. Yeah. It's weird that I cannot change the name. Or maybe my keyboard is not. No. I noticed this. Sometime, I lost the keyboard. Sometime this version of FileMaker, I'm losing keyboards access to the keyboard doesn't work anymore. So I need to quit FileMaker, reopen it. But it's okay. I don't need the keyboard. So this is how you create, right, the record without any relationship. I mean, you know, we have a relationship within this file here because I'm creating on the cross-reference table. But I don't have fancy things. I'm just sending a script on the other, you know, I'm calling a script from the other file. I'm creating the record. I'm inserting the field, the document inside the field, leaving, and then I'm bridging the two together. Of course, if I close this, I don't need to display the document. Document is here. Document's here. It's here, hidden. Right? Correct? Okay. I don't have, so I can delete this. I don't need, right? I don't need to.
Don't need to see any of that. It's just happening back behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You close the curtains again on us.
Yeah. So I do this. Nothing happened. It's still there.
Right.
It's hidden. It's there. I don't see any window, right? But it's here. Okay. I'm selecting this. Insert. And boom. Correct?
Yeah.
So if we have any question, I don't see anything on.
We're good on question then. Any questions, people, before I let Nick go? Nick can escape into the evening or afternoon.
Stu is typing. Yeah. No, I already explained all of these things, right? But I never did. I never did that, you know, in that fashion, right? You know, with a document and stuff like this. So the interaction is simple. And of course it is fast. Why? It's because I am inserting. So the slow action here is when you insert a document. And actually you insert a document in the local table. You insert a document you are in. You don't insert a document with the related fields. You are, because you have this cursor window that is opened, right? And let you choose, right, the documents, right? So that's it for today. So tomorrow
we'll move on to picking a document that's already there.
So tomorrow we do this, and we are going to tomorrow I'm implementing this on the other side, I'm going to implement this on the other on the other file that I have, you know, the UI UX to demonstrate because to demonstrate how I want to do that today, but I wanted to explain the magic key stuff.
No, this was good. Yeah, because you talked about 2 ways. We see one today, we see one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, guys.
Looks
Thank
good.
you very much, you guys. We will see you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir.